morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a fantastic day. This is Rob. Welcome to Market Mornings, day 2. We're back, right? Back in the saddle again. I want to jump right in here today, guys. We got CPI numbers out already. So keep in mind that everything we look at is for educational purposes. Nothing is meant to be advice or recommendations. Here is our followers page. Make sure you are following along with the various social platforms we have. You'll notice at the very bottom of the page, we've got 2 new items on there. The one to the bottom left is Trading Like a Boss, which has all of our free resources on it. It's part of what we're calling our content hub. And then on the bottom right, we've got Market Mornings. We're actually building a page out right now where it'll have links to tomorrow's Facebook and YouTube and any other platforms that we put out there. We'll have links to that. You go to our page, you click on the link or the graphic. It'll take you to a page that you can go to any one of the platforms you want to view it on. So there won't be any mix-up as far as how to get there. All right. So with that, woo! CPI is out. It ain't good, baby. I didn't hear the numbers, but it ain't good. Santelli's on there talking about it now, but you could see that move to the downside. We were up, I think, 250 points on the Dow right before the announcement. I was on, our stream here with Sean getting ready for this morning just a few minutes before we started. I said, wow, nice pop before the announcement. And of course, you can't tell that any longer. If I get the bar off of the far right, maybe you could see it a little bit better, but no, it's not going to help any. So we had a little bit of a pop going on there, and then we just collapsed, right? It just fell apart on the announcement. So whatever the numbers were, it wasn't good. Hey, good morning. Say hey. I'm assuming y'all can hear me. Say hey is saying good morning. Guys, give me a 1 if you can hear me, just to make sure I didn't just go through that whole spiel about all that for just me and no one else heard it, right? That would be terrible. All right. So with that, let's look at what's going on with futures overall, okay? So everything turned into a sea of red. Appreciate the ones, guys. Thank you for that. So the ES is now down 63. The Dow is down 370 points. That means that's a 500-point-ish move different from where we were. This is going to change the game for every symbol we had on our list for today from this announcement. We got the YM is down 350 right now, 360. The NASDAQ is down 270 points. The RUT is down 30. Bitcoin is down 665 to 21.8. Ethereum is down 60 points to 16.5. Gold is down 15 points. A bit surprised there. And then crude is up 32 cents to $88 a barrel. But it's just a sea of red, folks. Just a sea of red. We've got to see what the next candle looks like. Is this just an overreaction? We're starting to get some long wicks on the downside of the Dow and the S&P. But we got to see where it all comes into play, folks. Whew, it is nasty out there right now. All right. Not a game for sissies today, that's for sure. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at our trade setups from yesterday. So I want to go take a look at yesterday's trading candidates, see how we did over there. If you have some trades that you did yesterday, drop them in. I'd love to see if there were any trades you took that we put out there. And even if not, drop your own trades in there. Winners, losers, made money, lost money, break even. It doesn't matter. Funded, non-funded makes no difference to me. What matters to me is that you're hitting the enter button and you're doing it again and again and again. The only way I can get anybody successful if I can get them hitting enter. If I can get you to do this, I'm not saying I get you to make millions of dollars, but I can get you to a point that you have a good understanding of what to do, and your success factor goes up just by hitting enter again and again and again and learning the process. All right. So yesterday we had a couple of different candidates on there: Adobe, Bill, BMY, Carvana, Newmont, and RBLX. Okay. So I'm not going to go through all of them. I took 2 of them yesterday. 1 or 2 I couldn't get any premium on. Carvana was 1, CVNA that worked. We did a bull put spread on CVNA. We sold the 34, bought the 33 puts. We got 30 cents for it. You were able to buy it back later in the day at 10 cents. So you picked up 20 cents on that. So if you put 20 cents over, and it was actually, we'll put 20 over the 80, right? You got a 25% rate of return on this position for the day. Much better than any market did yesterday for sure, right? RBLX was the next one. We did a bull put spread, the 43.42. Now, the funny thing is, RBLX came out yesterday. We had a downgrade, and I said, pull back to the 43-ish and a bounce, and we're looking to take a bullish entry. We got the pull back to 43-ish. We didn't make it all the way down, and we bounced. What happened? We said, do the bull put spread below 43. I did the 43.42s. We got 30 cents. It cost us 20 to get out of the trade. So the options were well overvalued on the entry of the position, right? But we got 10 cents out of it. 10 over 90 gives you 11%. So that's an 11% for the day. Not too shabby at all. All right. Two other ones that were not on here. SPY yesterday on pivot points. I took this bounce right off of that red candle. We came down and we bounced in there, right? Using a 1-minute chart, made the bounce. And I made a mistake on the entry yesterday. I talked about this at Power Hour yesterday. I did a 409 call and a 408 call. I didn't want to do the 408s. I wanted to do the 409s. So I did two different accounts, right? So I did the 409s first. I hit enter, got into the position, set the next one up, did the 408s by mistake. The 409s, the one that I wanted to do, was about $1 profit. You're in at $1.50, out 2.5. The 408s was in at 2, out at 3.25. So it made a little bit more money, but I went further in the money. Cost me more money to make it. But both of these were pivot point trades yesterday that we were in and out. We were out just before 12 o'clock yesterday, right before I taught. I wanted out of that position. Okay. Then last one was Apple, AAPL. Let me full screen this. Okay. Was Apple. We've got a fib line right here. That horizontal line is a Fibonacci level off a daily chart, 160.48. We got above, we retested, and we bounced. There's the entry right there. We got into the 160 calls about 240. And right in here, I got stopped out as we came back below the moving average there. We got out at 3.5. So it's about $1.10 on Apple. Did it run a lot further? Heck yeah, it worked out extremely well had we stayed in. I did not. So nothing I could do, but I'm not complaining about the buck on Apple, especially being that I was traded out teaching and I couldn't be there to watch it anyway. And I had said this, had I been there with, I think Sean and I were talking yesterday, had I been watching it with as close as the 8 moving average was to the 21, the yellow line, I would have stayed because that was my break. Close below, continue push down. So on this candle, and we bounced right from there, and we bounced off of where we got out about 162, and we ran up to about 163.5 by the end of the day. So there would have been another 70 or 80 cents, dollar-ish of profit inside of there. I'm not complaining. I'll take it. Anything I can get, I'll take it. Trip, let's see what we got here. I appreciate all the ones, and good mornings, everybody. Thank you for that. Erica, 62% on SPY. Excellent. Great job. Trip said made just under 2 points on AMD from the Friday entry. There you go, Trip. Good job on that. Trip said, FYI, the CPI number was up 0.1% versus the forecast of minus 0.1. The core CPI was up 0.6 versus the forecast of up 0.3%. Holy mackerel. Okay, so double what they were expecting. So not lending itself to the economy getting better anytime soon. Woo! All right, there's the slide. That's a slide shuffle. Tomorrow we got PPI, Producer Price Index. Thursday we've got unemployment, right? All big players. Goldman Sachs starts their layoff season right now. It's pretty standard for them, right? They start a layoff season right now. That's ready to happen. And there's fighting going on right now with Goldman Sachs employees and many others that are saying, yeah, we ain't coming back to the office. I know you said we got it. I'm staying home, right? Go ahead and fire me. And that's, I think Goldman Sachs is using that saying, you realize we're laying people off, right? I mean, and that wouldn't be a layoff. That would be termination. You have to come work in the office. You don't want to, you're terminated. I'm very mixed on the opinion of it. I think you get better production out of someone at an office. I know us as a virtual company trying to get on the phone with people and track them down and trying to wrangle everybody up instead of saying, hey, 1 o'clock, we got a meeting in the conference room, right? Or walking in their office and say, hey, what about this? Or, hey, you two come here. Let's just do this now. It's a lot easier to me to do it in an office environment where everybody is there. So there are some pros and cons to it. But COVID's over. And when I say over, the extent of we've got to stay home is over. So businesses are going to want to start seeing some people back. All right. Good job on the setups from yesterday. Hopefully you were able to capitalize on some of them. With that, let's go ahead and take a look at today's candidates. We do not have a whole lot on the docket today. I actually have 4. Things have changed a little bit on some. Now, Adobe was only down $1 or so on the pre-market news, and they got a downgrade today. And keep in mind, Adobe has earnings coming out on, I want to say the 15th. On the 15th confirmed, okay? That's one of our stocks from Power Option Plays. It's the only one that we're really worried about, and I say worried about. They're only dealing with earnings right now, right? So Adobe wasn't down that bad. When I first found this, it was 7-ish o'clock or so. So that's 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, maybe 7:30, somewhere around there. We're at 395, and now we're at 384. So it's a huge move to the downside, right? Let's go look at our stuff over here. Put that up over there. All right, so let's look at Adobe then. So Adobe got a bearish announcement of a downgrade today. Right now, Adobe is sitting at 384 in pre-market, down 1236, 384 even. Well, it's just above that 383 level. I was very excited about bear call spread above 396. I just don't know with the move we've had already, am I going to be able to get enough premium out of Adobe? So here's what we're looking for. We're looking for a bear call spread above 396. Right? That would be my ideal scenario as a trade setup here. Today is what? 9/13. And it is Tuesday. Got to put the date on the page or else I will mess up for sure. All right. So I like the setup. I just don't know how much premium we're going to receive at this point. If we were looking before this announcement of the CPI, we said 396, 397.5, 400. We were looking at about $1.10 in premium from before. Right now, if we move 10 points out from where we are now, let's get down there. So we're sitting at about 10 points down. So we were looking at 397.5, we said, right? So we'd be at 97.5, 407.5. So we're probably looking at, hey, we still may be looking at 60 or 80 cents in premium on this position for today. All right. So I'm very interested in it being that far away. All right. So that's number one. ARKO, they're in phase 2 drug trial right now. Right. ARKO is up $15. They're a $27 stock right now. They're up $15. One bad thing, monthly options only. But the good thing, there are only 3 days left in the month. The bad thing, the options are a little bit wide on the bid-ask spread. They've got enough open interest on some of their positions. Okay. But, and don't look just at the delta of 1, right? Everything is messed up right now because of that 15-point move to the upside, all right? But as we look, if we're sitting right now at, just move that out of the way, at about 27.5, right? Let's do the scrunch machine. Come on, baby. Where is it? So we are already above the one line, which was where our fib started. So if we go back and look historically at this position, do we even have anything to draw off of, right? That would give us some upward indication of where it might go. So we have this move here on fibs. I don't want to draw it too far out. Well, let's go back to a decent number there. Well, I guess we got to go here. So if we're sitting right now above this level, above 27.70 is where we're at. We're at 27. I'm going to look at a bull put spread below 26. Yeah, below 26. I'm going to use this previous number. We'll box this in. We'll create a blue zone between these two sets of lines in here, in there. But I'm going to tell you that this is not my favorite candidate today. With the move that we've made and the bearishness in the overall market, we could easily see this stock shift back to the downside again and get and have us get in trouble on this position. So a little bit of caution. If you can get so we're going to say bull put spread below 26, and I'm going to put that down as aggressive. Then we're going to put a bull put spread below 22. That I'm not going to put aggressive on. I'll have a little bit of wiggle room inside of there. We may not even have enough strike prices, right? It just all figures what we got to do here. So bigger spreads, it's really just going to determine what happens with this when it opens up, right? Again, not my favorite of the candidates, but we've only got 4 of them today. Sean already dropped it in, guys. If there are trades that you want me to take a look at, drop those in. This is a last opportunity for you to get someone to look at those before the market opens, and you try to capitalize on those trade setups. Right? Oracle. This was an earnings thing for Oracle. They were down. Actually, if we look, they're down a whopping 5 cents right now. They were up pre-market, and now they're down. Again, I said that the announcement is going to drive things a little bit. And they already had some negative news around them today, around their earnings, but they still had some positiveness to it. The CPI is just throwing things all out of whack right now. So I'm going to be cautious on it. Let's go back and look here. So if we're sitting right now about where we close, we're right here, right? Am I excited about the position? I'm really not. I mean, it's a bullish position, but we've got a bullish bias, but we've got a bearish mode going. I'm going to pass on this one. Right? If you're more aggressive as a trader, I would look at doing an iron condor, bull put spread below the 76, bear call spread above the 78.5. We have halves. We do have halves. We have them that high. We don't have them that high. We get 78, we go to 79. So you'd be at 79. We do have some halves in there, like 82.5, 87.5, 92.5. So we do have some in there, but not a whole lot. Right? And then we have Twilio, TWLO. Right? This was coverage initiated. I don't remember who it was. Cohen or somebody initiated coverage on them. But they're down $3.40. They were already in a bearish bias. If we look in the pre-market, if we look in the pre-market, again, they were up and they're down now from the 8:30 announcement of, here's the 8:35 candle, that big red from the CPI, right? They've taken a little bit of a bounce. Now they're at 72.5. So, and we look here, if they're at 72.5, that means we're just above the 21. Just above the 8 and down below the 21. Okay. So we are uber far away here, and we definitely need Fibbits in there. So let's go and apply a Fibbit. Fibbit is where we split the level in half. We're going to add both the -136 and the 118 inside of here. Okay. So 63, 75, 12. We really need one more set of lines inside of here. So we're looking for the negatives, 204 and 068. Okay. So there we go. That's a mo better. So we're sitting right now 72.5. We're still above that level there. So we're going to look at a bear call spread above 76. Bear call spread above 76. All right. Perfect. All right. So let's see. Trip's asking for AMD and Intel. They're great switchback setups. All right, Trip, let's switch over our portfolio and let's go take a look at your trade setups. Let's see. All US stocks. There we go. All right. We'll move things around a little bit. All right. AMD, if we look at it in pre-market right now, where is it? They're down they're down $3 right now. It was a good switchback setup. So I like the bearish side of it. We talked about this yesterday twice, right? In market mornings and in power hour yesterday. I don't think we talked about it last night, but I don't remember. We're looking for the breakdown of that 83.74. We got it. We're at 81.5. So I need to back up near the 83.75, 83, somewhere around there, 83, 83 and 3/4 in that range. Fail, and then look for the bearish entry down 77.5 is support. So somewhere up above that level would be the target. So absolutely was definitely a great switchback at 8:29 p.m. a.m. this morning for sure. Let's go look at Intel. Right, Intel has been on just a tear to the downside. Chip manufacturer, right? They're down 64 cents right now. It puts them at 30.92. So we'll call it $31. All right. So let me go and get a little bigger picture on the chart. All right, this fib has been violated, so we need to replace that. We'll draw a new fib from the swing high down to the swing low. Does go against the $3 rule though, Trip. And that $3 rule, folks, is the difference between the 50 and the 618 should be at least $3. For me, that's my rule, right? And even with this, Trip, we've already violated this negative 618 also. Right, and I don't think this is a good place to draw off of yet to this recent bottom we have. We're looking at a bearish setup, 28 to 31, $3. We need a fib in here, so we need to add a -5 on this fib. Nope, not -5. It's -0.809 or something like that, I believe. Well, I don't have it set up in here, so we're going to leave it off for now. I'm going to put it manually. I'm not leaving it off. We're just going to manually add it. Always have a plan. Right? Hammer and duct tape, you can make everything work. If it doesn't move, hit it with a hammer. If it moves, duct tape it. You can always make it work. So right now, Trip, I like it. I like it a lot to the downside. We're looking at a bull put spread, a bear call spread, probably above that 32 level. And since we really haven't moved much, the $32 calls, we're trading at 32 cents. Wow. Trip, look at that. Wow. 50% rate of return with the 32 halves. Wow. Right? And if you go 32.33, which I don't think you need to with that kind of premium, we're going to change a little bit for sure. But I like the setup. Intel. Thank you, Trip. Appreciate that. Hope it helps. Folks, let me know down in the comment section below. Make sure you're smashing that like button. Tell the algorithms to Google that you like it, that you like what we're doing. Let them get us boosted up in the rankings there. And then Trip said, also look at Mastercard. You got it, buddy. All right. So Mastercard, good fib, nothing needed new there. Let's see where they are at right now. We're down $6 on the announcement. And the funny thing was the announcement came out today from, I think it was Visa, might have been Mastercard, I don't remember, but I think it was Visa's chairman that said user spending is stabilized and holding well. So meaning people with credit cards are not spending more than they were. It's kind of stabilized at this point, which is really good. I have taught people for years about credit and debt and, some stuff through our church when I was running the financial ministries. We ran a program called Dave Ramsey, taught people how to get out of debt. We saw one teacher get out of $65,000 of debt in 1 year. 1 year. Another woman cut up 30 somewhat credit cards one night at the church. And she was in tears, but I don't think she was in tears because she was happy. I think she was in tears that we were making her cut up her credit cards. She had one for every single store you can get, but less spending on credit cards, less higher activity spending on credit cards right now. So Mastercard is down $8 right now, Trip. They're just dropping quickly. They were down 7 and jingle a second ago. We were in a neutral bias. If we're sitting at 330 right now, Trip, we're down here. So that puts us below the 8 moving average. So it puts us in a true bearish bias. So the trade for today, Trip, is tough. Credit spread above the 336, or you're going to wait for tomorrow, break the 328.35, retest and fail, and look at a directional trade, buying a put, credit spread, so forth. Right? But that's the way I would play Mastercard. Karen M is asking for spiders. One Karen. So let's see. SPY right now is down $8 to 402.5. Woo! So we're below the 8. We're below the 21. We're, of course, below the 55. So we are pinned between the 8 moving average and that 401.39 right now, right? At 402.5. So, oy vey. I mean, it's a bearish setup, but we've got a lot of support coming right there between the 401.39, the 400 level, Karen, so you got to be careful. Even pivot points, I don't think we're going to get what we want out of a pivot trade today. You may need to use what I call large gap pivots, something that I have developed, which accounts for today's opening price. But I'm just not seeing it that we're going to have a good opportunity on this today. I don't think we'll break up. If we break the 400 level, retest and fail, then I'm all over that for a bearish entry, right? So look for short-term day trades today. Use pivots. Use any kind of look left method that works to help you get this aligned. All right, let me know if that works down below, Karen, if that was good. Robert, good morning, sir. How are you today? Are you excited to have us back, Robert? We're excited to have you back today. So Robert is looking at CYTK. All right, CYTK, let's see where they are pre-market. They're down $1.37 to $53. So let's see, let's unscrunch that. All right, so we've got a decent fib to draw. Swing low to swing high. Okay, 51 up to 54, 3 in jingle. We don't need fibbits in there. All right, so we're good without fibbits. So right now, if we're sitting at monthly options only, Robert, keep that in mind. 3 days left till expiration. You do have, in pre-market anyway, a little bit of a larger bid-ask spread, 880 by 1220, 789.40. Let's see, where's the best we could do? 590 by 810. So $2 of bid-ask spread. So be careful of that. But with where it's sitting right now, 53.09, Robert, that 54.74 has played as a serious ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days we've come up and retested that level. And today is the biggest failure of all if it holds. Okay. So if it does, we'll look at a bear call spread above that 55 level. All right. I hope that one helps. And then, and Robert said both for daily credit spreads, thinking bull put spread. I was too, Robert, with a lot of stuff before the CPI came out, right? And then Apple. Okay. So 163.48 is where we closed up yesterday. Right now, we're at 159.68, so we're down $3. I was looking at today as a buying day. I was looking at buying some Apple potentially today long. I was looking at buying some Google long. I was looking at buying some Tesla long. That's changed dramatically with the CPI. And I knew I was waiting for CPI numbers. So right now we're sitting at, we'll call it 160. We're right just below that 160.48, Robert. So that move down has made it tough, right? Fail, retest, and drop. And we're looking at a move down to that. Well, it's going to move down 158.5. So we don't have a lot of room because the 8 is right there. So you got to watch on that. Definitely consider using some pivots on this one. But the drop has really affected it today. So can I please explain the switchback again? Karen said quickly. Sure. So Karen, look at where we're sitting right now on Apple. All right, let me zoom in on it because I know some of y'all are doing phone and really small media. So we're sitting right here, right at that fib line. We have the opportunity to move up and down off of that setup, right? We've got a great move to the upside to 166.47. To the downside, it's still decent, but it's going to be down to the 21, which is 160.91. So a switchback sets up at a key level and has room to move directionally in either side. if my moving averages were sitting right there, Karen. In other words, if I had this moving average was sitting right here. Yes, it's a switchback setup. I've got great move to the upside, but I have very small move to the downside. So I can look at it for the bullish move, but I can't look at it for the bearish entry because there's not enough room there. Right? Hope that helps. Yeah, Erica said Dave Ramsey's program is great. Yeah, I thought of it because I just got an email from our church that they're doing it again. I do not run it any longer. Yep, both moved on CPI. Exactly, Trip. Good, Robert. Karen, that's great. Bear call spread will work. Yep, fantastic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen, make sure that you go over, folks. There's a lot of great trainings that we've got set up, free trainings on our tradinglikeaboss.com website. Particularly, everybody that is here should go ahead and look at this, how to trade news candidates. That's how I trade the things we're doing right now. So go ahead and click on that link. You'll get a video which has all the details to this in it of exactly what it is that we do. So it'll at least give you a little bit of insight. And you could grab a couple of the other freebies that are on this page as well. All right, with that, make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you're just one trade away. Take care, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Stay liquid in the market today, folks. Be careful. Talk to you soon.